Today, let's see what's in my camera bag for street photography. So without any further delay, let's get started. Starting with number one, the camera, and the camera that I currently use is the Nikon D3500. It's a 24.2 megapixel camera with a cropped sensor of 1.5. So it's a cropped sensor camera, and it was dubbed to be one of the best cameras for beginners in photography. And that brings me on to number two, which is the lenses that I use. I use both my 35mm Nikon lens, which is a prime lens at f1.8. It's a nice, cheap, fast lens, and with the crop sensor works out to be 55mm, which is perfect for street photography, portrait photography, as well as product photography. So a nice, versatile and cheap lens to use. I'll link all the equipment that I use in the description below, so you can have a look to see if you want it or if you want an upgraded version, so it'll be easy for you guys. And I also have my 10 to 20 mm wide angle lens, and that is an f-stop of either 4 when it's at 10 millimeters wide, or 5.6 when it is 20 millimeters wide. So that is when the lens is at those two focal lengths. That is the widest or the lowest f-stop I can go down to. That brings you on to number three, which is the filming aspect, where I use my GoPro Hero 8 to bring you all the street POV videos that you watch on YouTube. This shoots up to 4K 60 frames a second, and it's a nice little compact action camera for capturing mostly action type videos, as well as street POVs that I bring to you guys. Just to be aware, the battery life isn't that great in terms of GoPro Heroes. They're not really that great, and for low light situations you just have to possibly do your own research or trial and error to get the settings that work best for you. So number four is I do have two polarizing filters which are in my bag currently, but I have one for, well, one for the 35mm lens and one for the 10 to 20mm lens, and they are Amazon basic lenses filters, and not the newer or Pete McKinnon's ones, so they do the trick. And if you want to get your feet wet and using polarizers, they are a good starting point. You probably could get a better one, but in terms of the camera that I have and just to get started with it, I think these are a very good choice to use. That brings us on to number five, which is my Gorilla Pod that I use. Nice simple Gorilla Pod, which is currently the tripod I am using to hold up this camera to video this talking A-roll that I'm bringing you today, and this whole video that I'm bringing you today is being used with this tripod. Yeah, nice sturdy tripod, comes in clutch for getting unique type shots, which I will probably link here, where I had the tripod pretty much as low to the floor as possible, and it is able to get there because of how small and the legs are able, very, very easy to create these new angles and perspectives, whereas if you had a more sturdy tripod that doesn't have that flexibility in the legs. And finally, number six, and that's the batteries and SD cards that I have for both the Nikon and the GoPro Hero 8. So starting with the Nikon, I have 3 batteries, 1 official Nikon battery, and then two third-party, I had a mind blank, 2 third-party batteries that I bought off Amazon. I also have 2 SD cards that I have for the Nikon. One's an Ultra 64 GB, and the other one is also 64 GB, but it's an Extreme Pro. For the GoPro, I have, like I said, 3 batteries, 1 official GoPro battery, and then 2 third-party batteries, and then I just have 1 micro SD card, which is 128 GB. And there you have it. That is all the gear that I use and is in my camera bag for street photography sessions. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, smash the comments and let me know all your thoughts, or if you have any questions on the gear that I use or any of the equipment that I have and use in my videos when I make street photography. And if you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join the Itso family. Peace.